My name is PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. See them. Yopo.
Sad by with superior argument. Oramamu Bawumia, minimum a handle no. Handlers near very weak.
Dr. Bawumia,
Mamma never good must what. Hey, one track or mono, just almost. But when I say acquire politician, Papa Penny or Bawumia, you also can't show you. Or show good to part. The last one, when they more.
Na asama oka Papa Penny ni Bawumia unze so
Papa Penny when you better oya bara Nabi yo oya bara yo na be don't tell me e bi so be je ya cho baby u fi je di ara because about Tawaziri na ora president the last paragraph here
Chejena mane kasa azim no Papa Penny
oya bara Mami tell out to say na be there out here say zero Papa Penny agora tell us MC yeah ka say what the last paragraph to patrons around the country I urge you all to stay firm by refusing to succumb to intimidation while continue your civic duty to hold the government accountable to its promises. Again, Omako Yeji or movie form. Atem Didia won't brofo. Brofo brother won't until they die. Atem Didia a Mabuli Dino. Dear Papa de Kenya and say Montongoso. Namunya dia Moyano. Na Yejinamochi. That is what the man is telling me. Na Uko Kasa when I was away. Yamfa o Mike Kraka. But you see, me makase anytime a police ni ba bechi me no problem. Say watch me wrongfully my ye me am bomb pie. Me sue the police institution. What you say? Because why am I born? What are you talking about? The police they work with laws. How many effective arrestees? How many effective arrestees? And you Ghana police service. Ora Bawumia no nje police chair. Cancer for 8 years. A dear reforms. No, the bar police in Tia, oh, Jacono. Now you're Krogia. All of a sudden, under 16 months, police no about back and tantancy. And no more your mope. Why you who not one year? Kabibia was say when the fundamentals are weak. The exchange rate was exposure. Police in 1 year. And it's way an institutional matter. I was a Ghana police service and no pay Kiafra Piaro. What ya no tray mu. Dientia almost on a day, Uncle Chiasumesia now painting. That's it. But to be a 1 year president, that's him there work on anymore. Ghana police service, what better Abama pay. Now, problem. What's it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, paragraph 5. I therefore serve notice to officers of the state who are active participants in this unholy enterprise that the day of accountability will come and the abuse of state power will be accountable. I started threatening. Oh, 2 minutes ago, we never you. What's I say? 8 true blues. What's it since last year? Nipa 18 years, Yachom, a West. Oh, and I said, I'm data yet. Okay, Julobi demonstration. Julobi. 1 day, 1 shot, I receive 50 different. Julobi Fodo, almost Jubilee House here, or Rakufodo, Hunano, Bawumia, Hunano, and Nipa 50, Uti 18 free one, a cap balance of 32. Mabeno Yamming, person, yes, annual, but I don't cheer. Me you remember before. Me to me say ye we are say ya bomba so be long life. Me munjem. Na man go from go position that tie di ombeka. Coach na do ya dey no dey no. Ye fa ne semwa. Na me yi we kura mfiri mu. Me ya me pese me yes a political activist no. Sashi here maso atia na no demu dabi. Until recently near be program wa NPP for ma. Me ba oh enya abotre be duro
yeah man no nya wo wase
na be before ma wo enya firi o speech wasam ne yake
na am say eno fa
oh be ba na o kasa me kra be fa coffee na me no
na obo mi di are you
na yi ma so na firi
na so na okay
na yi firi e je tira baby until recently
me di negusu shim
na yeah ba omo ma da ye a omo say media general be TV3 be to Onua FM be Onua TV actually omo station so a and some omo kanyina no and favor omo nti omo boycott to the stand say omo current national vice chair your friend Buga press conference openly or tam TV3 for microphone ngo totwene say journalist onyana obebufu no una ni kroma. That is so dangerous more than this. 2023 okay. A plus UTV Studios omo ye program manajobi and the mebru now I don't even want to go into this matter say police for the arrest of me in the their contribution to the freedom of speech NPP as a political party. Sir, A plus is a TV show a castle and your mother. Abra more the right of redunda. Even some program no sukrano, you will be now or yes sympathetic towards the NPP. No, not the youth wing of the NPP. I'm massive. No more burger and live show get here live programming. Now NPP for about the mobile A plus. I mean we have heard what about Salamatu Mohammed, a 40-year-old mother of 4. Mamene say 2022 abrabomo edin komo dini wo ye wo bobine su and to work for do amemu ye omonyon no boba say go work for do mu ye peke no now we have mensa a mensa Thompson asepa ose okufado ne mama no any bomb a far plane and the Ghana plane there ko shop in London ye fa no
the other pizza
ye fa no senwa bobi ansade no kakai Wazo mampeni Nana Kufodo Nukafo Rebecca Kufodo Foundation no Akov James Asia Viesi Landa wa mwafa form ya faro wankasa eno ntino ye hwesa nyoma we nyina no a na kyerese modie enise nkamuka bia se wi bae na kamato nkrama media houses ni se sa sem we ye kan bia ye party no vote ebetie 41 aba 19 and it ye twe ho next week we the top for ba ye beba na we omano aba bedem ya make nyina ne say I don't support ehunahuna eni achiche ewe body politics
but I don't know who say cause here na
because you see the data available does not suggest so. Every year no release what a press freedom index you see you deal with the data in 2022 now your rankings in the world is 60th. In 2023 about 62nd. In 2024 at a table 50 and in 2025 a circle 52 and now me say according to them yeah rankings number the 39th. So what basis would I say and your money nyina ejija and what you make sure see no me den kan de we ebusa wo say Mr. Speaker, when was the last time I be kasa here because you didn't want to say the bia kasa na wa kasa vie bete pepe nyina na say the bia ko fia na me den ma betra say ye yeah before ye nyina a campaign on the economy no omuni assembly on beka because all the indicators omuja nyina ye enya de o se obi dwene ho kra se enkofu bi beba memu ba be sa nioma no e de dia ye se yen create impression se o man na se jebi dem abre jebia ni babia e jebia ni babia and so omo ye de sa but I would want to believe in enkofu for say assemblies must say here our some mo push police for mo be chechi mu no in all this Ghana police have so be akawi ka abrante ya de bia mo de no chichi enkofu da pai oh a time no go and on one and teaching the past and then all teaching and then young question Ghana police said a chiamuchi
where so no na teaching
won't brofo brother won't and you die atem didia e mebulu dino dia papa de kanyira and say montonko so na munya dia mo ye no na ye gina mochi that is what the man is telling me na uko kasa asem we na so wi away yemfa o man kakrakati se Ghana abrobe wom egudie wom nye fam be hye wonsa na oba na wonso be ye o mampani na no likely benta na wa masa de we di se na na so wonso wo hye kutupa na ye so atapi won
okay but I say mami na was once again kawasem yesu ni ewo oni ati
against me
make 5 minutes now because of time
we tolerated you can you speak to about when I speak to Alan that way will you be happy? Why? Say Alan when you use word this papa no Alan that be the mechanism I am a year you free me. It's all good. But
financial bailout then you free more, but
maybe
yes.
Maybe. The minute no more casano. Almost the President Mahama buy and a memo na ye. Which aspect of a memo na ye? Let's be specific here. Yenke entum ensis asamuso. Emia futum fra. What's a omo a junk economy? Meboa. Obi ko a GDP growth of 5.7%. What's a junk? President Mahama in 2016 with a GDP growth of near 3.4%. I don't know anything. And that's Sunday your body Ukraine. Your Jao or forest reserve of 9.1%. Don't say a junk economy. You can't run away from the fact that dollar no ever form same brand NPP or power. But dollar no ever form a same a brand NPP or office no. Mr. Speaker, say economy me aye year me pamcho teacher for den into your muka be. The teachers are calling you. Me pamcho ada na nurse for ni ntimi nya sika ntua o muka.
Nurse for the ni ntua.
Me ba omo a ye recruit wo mo no. Ada ntua o muka. A year day na many workers say electricity dollar abafom. But light bill board they say brand Akufo-Addo president. By more than 24%. It even went to 28%. Dollar from yes, we all agree. Say dollar from. Water bill other than the board they say brand Akufo-Addo president. Me patch what happened to the cocoa farmers. Yakti wo musika so. Me find this idea from 3,001 to 2,580. Especially when you promised in your manifesto.
Don't make this lame.
36.
It's too late.
As I won't take cocoa farmers and Sikaso. Don't make international market and upper form and you know what bet you cocoa for and Sikaso. We are talking of realities here. We are talking of realities here. It's a memo on the dollar no for my yellow crack. At the end of petrol, any diesel board, they say that no for the president.
23 cities.
Oh, 23 cities. Please. You see, these are verifiable figures. And I made the mention me Boakas as a make actually. This is an incontrovertible fact. Please, never.
In 2024, in
fact, okay, President Mahama Begina State of the Nations address this year. Owusu Shell prices. Okay, I said Shell. Now you 15 cedis, 50 pesos. In actual fact, you freeze now you 15 cedis, 45 pesos. But it's fair, so around then up to 15 cedis, 50 pesos. Now you diesel. And a President Mahama kind. Sabre na no workers. I know see diesel and I'm 10 cedis. Many workers say. Diesel and then Shell Krona 16 cedis 64 pesos. Is it not expensive than when President Akufo-Addo was president? Who is arguing over this? Why not just ask him when waiting here? Yes,
but
it's
you
true.
Remember, we once had
a little.
You are talking of once.
No, to you are making references to the past. And maybe say you know say full what make Koya could do 23 cities.
Yes.
A little, right? In 2022, in 2023.
Yes, so 2024. Now a 1 year. I don't know President Mahama. President Mahama State of the Nations address no. 123 cities. Let's go back that argument. I'm not President Mahama. I'm quoting 23 cities, no quoting 15 cities.
Check them board.
So we are talking of 16 cities, 64 pesos this day. I'm $1 for my again. Again, Mr. Ramu, so when you hear men's record here, you see, on the external issues that will affect on us, and I will not downplay it, just as NBC did previously. Also, gradually a dollar and started you see now starting depreciating. I'm a businessman. This morning I checked. In fact, 3 days ago, me call APSA. Not dollar no, your ton 11 cities 50 pesos. No more ton 11 cities 80 pesos. Me pacho o check online update every day. I only say between 3 days in the grand asankoso. It's not because of BBL. It's because they say you're spending more in buying fuel. It will hear more dollars now. They are going to the pressure about $2. Now, Sabio, Iran war 9,000. And the President Mahama now the Okoto. I admit to say Russia-Ukraine war. They come saying impact. What the Iran war, any Israel money USD, what is doing to our economy now? It's making life unbearable for us. Okay. So it's not everything that we have to play politics with it. When your money in our favor, just 10 seconds, let me conclude it. Like I always say cocoa prices, international market, favor when you're more forex. So see, gold prices, favor buying into when you're more for, dollars. Yeah. What you are saying? And the petrol war will form to say the day I'm not President Mahama, State of the Nations address. Now a crude between $60-65 now. Almost are buying in our forest. I'm out there what is happening to the economy? The hardship that it is bringing on us. Utility about 28% in this country, especially electricity. First quarter and second quarter of 2025, now you have 14.75. Third quarter, now you have 2.45. And fourth quarter, 1.14. Nina 18.34%. This is a lie. And until over now, we have opportunity. And we just my data. I was saying this is a lie. My time. Wow, control. I get a better James Oman. And we just I'm going to do a throw.
For that time no crash. Yes.
O ma be akwa mefa, let's just say unye discipline. That is the longest short of it. But I am a bar, the policy credibility na e ba. So want to mean balance where you also support balance of payment position and IMF e ba. And until yen anom NPP for by 2017 no 2018 2019 obetia no mo say we have turned the corner. Sabro for no kai. But men can say urefi. To turn the corner no, ya more minor ye. All of a sudden, almost even be by a friend of Russia, Ukraine. Then it or minor say TBO and it call IMF. So and this if we take you over now, Russia, Ukraine war need you. Me no can say one no.
Yes.
Inti on what basis no mu use Russia, Ukraine no. In fact, see how you can say the Strait of Hormuz, a triple whammy, and also Taiwan between Taiwan and China, a tension on a sinkhole. Over Strait of Hormuz, Israel, Iran, US, Oko, also Russia, Ukraine, Tipedia, no, you know. So if Russia, Ukraine, make me the inflation could do 54, what a whammy, and then Iran, US, Israel. Asabeka Taiwan and China hold here inflation also get do base 200.
Taiwan China
Pension one and worship. Come you see we are say oh your friend be a causative agent and you may bet me but
the reality check is that Taiwan and China I
want to drop on a cheap and meeting. That's the point. That's the point. But even that's the point. But you see, straight off Musa, you will see about 20% of international trade when it comes to crude. And so say affected.
Now Russia, they're not enjoying.
Oh, just here.
Russia,
and no tell say, want to mean for your sika and go to Amana. Now, as this is CD to the dollar, and the Benjina, I'm ready. That's what you're upon it to TV.
Argument also.
Want to mean 52 billion. I get free Ghana commercial bank account to move, say, on non account. Now, we are not the former finance minister at Ghana, Cotton America. Now, see the end sound
52 billion account.
When you see, oh, Japan on Cabin. What you been on Gaba? I don't Epianeki. Already this year, Musian command phone haircut. Anna my card already come back at say, Sadia now rubber me and my phone go 800 or much or Monka or Ramakadu or Bois le Bois.
On the IMF issues, the financial bailout, year more idea free mass of Endra. No about the way, but there is also another coordinated program buying no any IMF akomo say maminti on it na memra masu also mitio because Mr. Sefi on the so answer.
Sure, Speaker, in fact, just to add to Solo on the previous topic, World International Press Freedom Index, no.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
no time
index, no, and supported much argument, no, in the sense that Senator Lokan, Omufia Bamu, not we are seeing a toss of 50. Now Africa high a toss of 6. President Mahama by Africa high jumping 2 steps, a toss of 4. The whole we are saying a toss of 39th. Inti Yenya Ubia Nyamfa and Sanki Kan Memo Munye de Memo Munsu. The economy who now be no problem. Or fast solution for Bra. Inflation on 3%. Catch us all about 1%. And only argument as I say having, and yet not to discuss persons like a Bronya and only here. In fact,
tables not tiny.
They say you're free IMF NPP for the question you free. Now President Mahama, your manamu, our fine our faso, I drive your mind Ghana, a free sir, a whole package, you know. IMF is just saying, IMP before the Eco Revenue. My Ghana phone now him. In fact, 2024, your campaign could be a constituency. And my war and say, woman, yes, you can't find share Omujum. Uncle Crabusian and Omoji. Busiano is in one, and what she into a match in the or show bed of Busian. That's a nice interest rate, even at the bank level, crowning almost 30-something%. And then President Mahama is just a or done didn't know. Policy rate at say about 13%. One more force to say a better single again by the end of the year. But just what in a mission. Amamono, Aquaniano, a quine and Namsuno, a tortilla a day. Ama. Ubianya Arishimuze Nema Ebeye. For the past 1.5 years, to see in GDP has become, I think, the second or the third biggest in Africa. So big. President Mahama, I say 1% from now going 1% of your GDP, no.
And no specific sector is banned a year.
No, I'm coming. 1% of your GDP as a major policy is now going to go into commercial agriculture. And it's not a small money, big money. Yet say GDP na mfan say 200 billion 1% of it is huge. I ever call agriculture. I'm a man for akoye nyumane this VFMO value for money office
yes
are passing into law no oni ma dia eba be ebesi niema boni biblia esisi in the previous government ebesi anokwan se nipa mi timi tena dem share contracts na omo increase bills no unnecessarily e dia ma obako enhwemanim ba wontumi wa ha yanim nyesi ye oje 50 million we dino ase no kwa obi ani ha oso no mere sa boni na careless abandon na ma yen budget deficit in 2024 e shoot to
the 50 million na on na court
and I wouldn't to want to be na
to ba say me environmental related issues na
they say sa kwan mo fa so yen budget deficit so the deficit the meaning of deficit so minor wo expenditures e bro sika unya eso e shoot to almost about 7%. And then budget deficit are back as low as 1.2%. It is because contracts didn't near marketing KTB Crophobi, them normal a cookie, a day a war for so a bro. The contract some Nankasa times 10 near there. Certain Renasa value for money office no any ho acting in ho. President Mama dear Basse and Sana contracts be a bit me a unity a mo be a year Jumano. FPPA as I said value for money. Value for money audit system no so na omo check say enye kwasi ni kofi ene ko share dem
si for mame
ene omo ke kan won sase ene omo shoot price no anyhow na sa de we ebe boa asoppresse ye budget deficit dan kwa mabi no oman Ghana sika sem no ebe gina ye enti president Mahama de in fact ene noendre ya ye free IMF ni no gidie say ehye ya ode to ho at the exit of IMF no ebe so ama Ghana sika sem ejina brame ama ye ne sene na obi enjoy from the exchange rate ni odi dollar ni pound ni ade edika no wenya hotoso se okoto ade eba ena ne bo no ensese ochina ne bo no be gina ho into the surety in doing going business also your economic then ye also why arresting dollar no the number IGP dollar no extra 2 year could do 17 cedis per 17 cedis per dollar. No biaba. Now 1.5 years ni wa hold the dollar around 10 cedis and 11 cedis. Is that not intimidation? That is the real intimidation Dr. Bawumia is talking about. Amamona went to Mianya, just a twinkle of an eye. President Mahama turning the entire country into a construction site. Over secondary school biamuna bibi because war a kwan onam so bibi because war agriculture 4 year niema Ghana be bia e busy. Is that not intimidation for you? That is the intimidation. And yes, I'm same way cry because you who the worst form of it. Ahmed Swali. Then oh yeah. You a member of parliament manage radio so. Ebony din so be attacking no. And din answer. Abemu ana actually nkwa. Yentimi anyane hwe. You could be to the point of death. In 2020 elections, you never see Ghana ha. Soldier for Eddie area polling station, collation centers, Etutu, Egunipem, Emanipa 8, Ewuye. And Dr. Bawumia was there. Nana Akufo-Addo was there. This man was a DCE, he was there. Sometimes they're not here because NPP for Muja blue.
Why are you losing the argument?
Enuti, Omuno, say, Omuye Bonia, and say, can.
But justified under a reset, you know, yes,
of course, then I make a choice. So my not one fan, she said, Papa, and she my now. Nipe womb be with them. And I don't want to say that on my emblem, so we should allow them to behave like that. I don't want to say that. It is saying, she said, no, yeah, you might check it or more. I brought you to me control radio, so MD, no. And I said, Judge, be SNDC Atariana, then such, I mean, totally allegation.
So, but say, now, judges, they say, Omu United,
and then they see it,
Unanimous FC was very popular term.
It's not true.
Muntie 3 was not associated. Muntie 3 there, it came around
more time. You are condemning.
But 2020, after the election in 2020, you call that Supreme Court, election petitioner, you were tagging the judges at the bench of the Supreme Court, say, unanimous FC.
They say, MT3, they spoke against judges.
Now you want to buy more as I'm now okay. They are some now.
Opening,
and you know power.
Money bang and
what is
they spoke against the court? So you aware.
And so if you speak today against a judge, I name say judiciary no, non-partisan.
And more corners are Supreme Court judges no. Na and no person what you're saying under NPP. And not judges near partisan.
Mr. Speaker.
No, I'm just referring you to history in the past.
I don't money be a SC.
So to say that justify.
As someone make actually say there is no problem at all. Before for BLC because you who Bobi answer the channel.
Yes.
Bobi answer one sample already.
Or
yeah, just a Facebook post about some of the justices.
So my day.
So I think the whole guys say so my day. Because Obeso and Numasem. I brought you then or I didn't know what I went to me and come brought you someone. Oka Asemwa
corrupt.
Oka Asemwa and your papa. A family home. Okay? That's all threatening now. Only tell me to me to go police.
For money.
Yes,
of course.
They threaten to say how to be the go police station. Only because a police by family. Me boy. And see, so we NPP ni. Na so oka cassette system no. Na police F4 police who say asemo a oka no e threat nti e say you invite wa. O dey also who dey blue nti me yemfa. On mine na ye team no President Mahama Odano no or the discipline na ye adwuma. We jai e dey nia academy be so de ma institution bia say omo fa ye adwuma. E ti say wo kasa no wan kasa yi nko ade a e na ye ti hai. Obie na no wan kasa yi a police be fa no.
Oh, no in the past. Na party obe force emwa. Oh, Bobie mu wa yin ya na ko form wa yi. Dey bi kwa na mu hobi. Oh, obe form Bobie, obe tu ba do obe negotiate. Ye be form. Be se kwabra, o de ko enye obe ba church asie. But you see, me makase anytime police ni ba be chi me no problem. Say o chi me wrongfully ma ye me am bomb paye. Me sue the police institution. What you say? Because why am I born? What are you talking about? The police, they work with us. Or mono, yes, or mosa. But when I say, acquire politician, Papa Penny or Bawumia, and you also can't show you. Or show good to part. The last one.
Now see for Mama.
Missing on Kwame when they whoompa, more.
Now, as somehow Papa Penny Bawumia was in so.
Papa Penny, when you better.
You have been a member of the party in the last 1 year or 2 years to pick a form and contest for any executive position, either as a branch chairman, branch secretary, branch organizer, branch communication officer, branch executive member, which is 2, youth organizer and woman organizer. These positions are available. Look at where you can best serve at the party base level and pick a nomination form. By the grace of God, they will look at your level of contribution to the party at that particular police station and they'll give you opportunity to serve the party. And this is open for each and every member. No one should be a challenge. No one should impede you from becoming a branch executive of the party if only you qualify. Right now, because of transparency and fairness, NDC has built its platforms that allow people to pick the form. Before, if you want to be a branch member, sometimes people are afraid or scared of you coming to join at the branch level because they don't know what you are coming along with. So they may be hiding the funds from you. But by the grace of God, with the innovation qualities of new National Democratic Congress, and then you can pick the form online. Or pick the form online, or fail it. And you'll be obetima the IMPD party membership na they are now qualifying you can pick your form online and do on election day akwa filing na say ya to so aba you are a branch member Into better this in Penifwasi. So far, it is happening. It's a better part in Penifwasi. From there, we'll be going to various constituency elections. All the people lacing their boots. It is internal elections that is in-house something we are doing. Sometimes it's very dangerous. Sometimes it looks very scary. Sometimes people want to go some extent. But it is the same party that we all work together to come to power. And we are all in power. So why do you want to protect or remove your other brother? Go some to extent, say, they want to attack each other. So I'm pleading using this platform, say, it is an internal election we are going. After these internal elections, we all come back together. If you hate your brother so extreme, now and you are calling for reorganization, do you think it will work? Ebe hardly. Inti be siru bia fa na komanya den ento form. Na ye to so aba na so win na we win. Say when winning so a join team no, ye nyina ye nya adwuma for the party. E bia na ne enya chance. Ochena be your chance. Enti me free onom no. Na me ba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sisi a ewiase ne Ghana nyina no wo pese on kire onipa ko ye ntrofo pa wo fa ofo na check sisi ya ye pede ntrofo pani pa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obi a oye nkontompo na no na ebirum efre no Bawumia nkontompo hene papa yi ono na o ka se ya na anya ono a so ono a nkontompo hene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na asem obetro enra awia me kan ye me hu dwiri me bat me fa ne normal say normal political talk say or your opposition flag bearer ena or pekwan bia obefa so a you be man opportunity say oba be Ghana mampani enti any dirty words a obetime use bia e be appeal to the people and answer to the party or one no he feels that he can write it. That is what he just wrote yesterday. It is a mere political message, political word, just to boost the morale of political arrogant class, like the new patriotic communicators or the new patriotic memes. That is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia did yesterday. Just to write something or say something to boost them so that they can continue to be indisciplined on the media platform. That's what he did. So I wasn't so much surprised. What surprised me most is that is it not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who was the vice president of Ghana yesterday? 2024-2023. 2016, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia now running classes, lectures across the length and breadth of this country. Obi anyana share. But sene enkofobi are taking a certain stand. And they want to communicate for new patriotic party. No one want to stop them from communicating for their party. But we are talking about he who calls for equity must come with what? Clean hands. Right. You cannot use, say, human right to talk, human right to communicate, freedom of speech. Based on that ground, and you can use any words that cannot be substantiated. Words are only say you don't have any empirical evidence. You don't have any evidence. I just asema okano enokre twifobe kanu bosrem kan asema obo siremu na waka na ya oyonkofo de na o kwatra media so na wakeka na chesa o kasasa akeke se bi producer o ma etimi emna ewo ha your freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of everything. But anything do, you must also know, say, we have law in this country. So, it must be in conformity of the law of the republic. Say, in nema obakikano, say, ye come na ene Ghana ye mrano ebo bra. And there was a young flow, now betchim, kwa fast wa yeden, ukika nema bia yeden, ukaye. Because in nema bu one man, they are injurious to the republic. They are threats to the republic. And all you so certain words. That's they are injurious, they are threats to the freedom and the liberty of the republic. We need to call you to come and then explain the rationale behind your words. And the New Patriotic Party people, no one is trying to stop them from communicating from their party for their party. And politics, sometimes when you are in opposition and when you are in power, your communication style, your communication strategy is always different. So I think the New Patriotic Party, they need to get a national communication officer who is very strong, who understand communication, so that that person can really teach and guide them when they are going to their various media platforms, so that when they go, they will know what to say, and then they will know what not to also say, because some of the things that you say, you may hold you accountable for it. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I'm very disappointed in him. Sir, someone who is looking forward to become a leader of this country, someone who has been a former vice president of the republic, and a record na a born na pachano. Now what me be sano dear. I mean, I'm not too much surprised, because his records shows that he's a very incompetent person. He is someone who just watch, he doesn't really pay much attention. He just watch and give opinions. So and run the message now trying them feel say hodo rather message and na obetro ye no nyama o chiro no they appeal to NPP for say monkoso na monkeka de monkeka no, even though no kra bia nim eno na ebema ya relevant eno na ebema ya ti NPP for yen cancel say party no enku ye is answer amanfo kra feel say ene de NPP party na agu enti mo betima keka ne ma bia se ye chichi na amanfo feel say ase ye tita mo fa ode ne sa na ma na de bia be ma tension aba krom na ese aban no na ese wo ye sa ne mo bi sa enti mo nkoso ye enti we ye penimboni a ye ka se emofra ewe na nka o ka hu bi enti ono no ka hu bi ono na ehye omukutupa ono na gina omachi e na all yes they should continue the line they are going. Now me anka menya anka NPP for will take a deep breath in, sit back, assess what is happening in the current in the country currently, so that they will have a different strategy to come out with. But enam say oman kasano omo ansheda ehun kwan omo faso lusu the election in 2024 abysmally no. They don't know the strategy to approach. Nanka muwo obia mu communication team leader or speak mo flag bearer like Miracles Abuaje early di mu communication. What do you expect from the people? Yesterday, last week, by the Miracles Abuaje and the minority leader, they have group people, NPP party branch executives in some cocoa farms, and then they are talking about the price of cocoa. Then the very next day, you hear the price of Côte d'Ivoire comparing to the price of Ghana. Now we say Côte d'Ivoire for cocoa price, and they better $2 in Côte d'Ivoire, not the bag Ghana as here. The better $4 in Ghana, because 1,250 cedis is in Côte d'Ivoire. Uba Ghana said we are paying 2,500. So where is the position of Miracles Abuaje? And see, look at the people who are communicating for NPP. You can really assess and know, say, they are just up to propaganda. Just a propaganda they want to do. But it is not going to help them. If they really want the indecisive Ghanaians who are neither NPP nor NDC to vote for them, then they must come out intellectually for us to know, say, these are the people we need to support, or this is a political party we need to join. But if they continue to be mischief, they continue to be propaganda to the eyes of the ordinary Ghanaian, like my senior brother, Dr. Awengo Beäts, like my senior brother, like my senior brother, who want to be in the middle and assess the level of the various candidates and vote for them. Those people, then you must be able to substantiate anything that you say, so that that intellectual person will understand, said, no, this is the best party I need to join. And the NPP, they are too much on the propaganda line, but I'm not surprised because they want to remain in opposition for long. That is why they are going that line. But I wish, say, Anka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Krano, Enra, Anka Omba Bonti Mekashe. Because Usha acquire young man 2 months bail, ya. And I'm so, Emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, ebe issues are let we are. Aburonye. What is the track record of Aburonye? And your papa when I did that so from pennyfo atem wo Ghana ase ye nya pennyfo ama meka hwe enti on say meka say ase nema ekoso no nyina no ase Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia onimu bi abronya didi atem obedi asofo pennyfo Ghana ase nyina no ase Mahmoud Bawumia no hu bi enu ti na ema no 2 weeks remand odimrika waba be issue letter no enti ni letter no de it is just to support the recalcitrant communicators of New Patriotic Party to continue to go that line so that it will create a certain tension in the system as if NPP is any other alternative to go with. But I think say Ghanaians are weighing the two sides, the two main political party, and no say no, NDC is on track. NDC is doing what Ghanaians want. They are delivering based on their manifesto. They are delivering and resetting the country for us. So in summer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia beka ene de eni nan eni sre ena eni jonku enti entimi enjina Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia onkoda now he should take a notebook, put it on his chest and write some of their wrong things they did when they were in power, assess how the communication is going in the various media platforms so that he can pass it down with his communicators so that always they will not find themselves wanting. And what is the track record for all these people who have been arrested? One will ask. Last time, now a certain member from the Sunyane, last time, now another gentleman or Kasa Didi judges at them. She asema bronya kokai, basa, judge be a man ruling, and you want to attack the judge. And this is not good. You may have your opinion and on a judgment, but you cannot attack the judge because he's holding office for the Republic of Ghana. And I wish say Anka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko be issue na message na obe issue yen there is very shameful. It's very, very shameful, but where you be unfair ade enti no o kasa sa na na sometimes me ti na me hu ni message na I say arehwo ni awose bi egumi ase obi ama fere ama no enti no me hu Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia message no me fere kakra de ma no because nanka me feel say anka obetwen nanka mre kakra den afam nanka owetima issues bibisa but it's just too early to call. It is just to support the propaganda and the whole style way the NPP want to attack people who are serving this country. So we should not take anything serious out of what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wrote yesterday. That is it. Secondly, was it minority for a issue letter?
Petition the president.
Yeah.
Over Dumso recently and then cocoa prices, any EPA crisis, you know.
Yeah.
And more say for on the EPA path, you know. So EPA no recruitment to be now I was in China ye constitutive board answer 19 no Oman fanfa emra kwaimu and cocoa ni bo so ya teso as they say Emma Equiafo ho extra omo and share power outage you know so you see a man call for businesses kofem no.
Oh, this is dead on arrival matter. Cocoa price, and I think is dead on arrival. Time cocoa price. Yeah, say we call Ghana. A German so nyina no cocoa buona eden aba from enu nti ehun be yan say beti cocoa so. NPP fo mu ni ya mo ti kuturkum. Enye German so cocoa buo e na akofom. Enti na NDC fo ye ti cocoa so. Na emu NDC fo no mutirim ya den e no muti cocoa buo so. Omo mpekuafo asem. Na omo ba na omo ka asem be makuafo bia no 6,000 Ghana cedis. Enti e wose kwan bia so no. Sa 60%, 70% on person from makuafo no. O se emfa mom by all means. Am say NPP for me cause first no. Emre bia atwam kono nam kese mu frem ho educated elite political party or something. But akoye sesese ano akoye illiteracy party and New Patriotic Party no. I say they don't read, they don't compare the situation happening in Ghana with the rest of the world. Today are they not learning globalization? Are they not learning it in their various classrooms? Then if they are not learning it, I think they need to go back to their various classrooms and go and study. Because Ghana is not living in isolation with the rest of the world. We are living with other part of the world because anything that we do, someone is in US, someone is in China, someone is in UK, has a certain level of interest, especially based on our cocoa beans, because it is our raw materials that becomes their input. But what I say, so they are following cocoa na you produce for Ghana henyina no, anya Ghana haya na use no. You produce cocoa no Ghana hasia, ye de ko dwaman so yakwa akoton, anya di dollar ne de buy den, e de bagana hasi. Enti ade na wo kwa akoton no, ade ne pako no beto ade na ma no. What say ade ne ye mate so kra. Say no mo bebre o stock. I don't need more cocoa beans. I have a lot of stock in the next 10 years. So this is the price I can give to you. What will you do as a seller, as a producer? What will you do? You are compared either to bring the goods back to your country, hold it for some time, and if it is necessary, you can sell it later. Should the price increase? What if you store that particular raw material for some time and the price doesn't increase? Have you lost or you have gained? So cocoa na ye tono, million makwafo nyina. Ye to cocoa no Ghana ase rekwa brochi ne akoton. Abrochi for say cocoa no mo bebere abusu kura o mo man so. Nti o metima ato a, this is the level of price o metim dey amaye. Couple with the fact say see aye ka say kura no dollar no price no kwasa abo aba from dollar apa from because of the prudent management of the economy. Nti no wo koton kwa na wo de $60 dey abakwa na sika no be den e be kakra bi. Nti akurafo yi dey domo. Wo hwe Ghana cocoa price framework now. And I was saying ma ekwafo I think 60% or 70% maximum. Now 70% no saying for more no. What should the current world price of cocoa? We need to give the farmer at least 1,200 Ghana cedis. But John Dramani Mahama, because of the special love he has for cocoa farmers, was say, I'm giving you people 90%. Because when I give you 60% or 70%, it will not help you. Let me support and give you